There are actually some of us who are pastors today who stand for the truth. Now, I want you to listen to this pastor carefully. Man, this pastor is a man of God who stands for the truth, just like I'm standing for the truth. And please drop your comment in the comment section and tell me what you think. Now, please listen to this pastor.
If elders don't talk, children will eat vultures thinking that they are eating chickens. I am compelled to speak to younger Christians who, to a large extent, have seen some of us as idols and they worship us. If you don't take care, you will be led astray. Paul said, "Follow me as I follow Christ." That is, when Paul stops following Christ, don't follow Paul. There are a lot of things being peddled by us who got born again many years back, had very sound doctrines, but because of our contemporary needs, our anointing have turned us into tyrants. Luke chapter 9, verse 55. When Jesus made up his mind to go to Jerusalem, he needed to pass through Samaria, and he sent his disciples to go and prepare the way for him. And the people of Samaria, because of the enmity that has existed between Jews and Samaritans, resisted them. The resistance was not specified. It could be physical, it could be abusive, it could be all kinds of resistance. And two of the disciples, the sons of Zebedee, the sons of thunder, said, "Should we call down fire from heaven to consume them?" Jesus said, he rebuked them. "Don't do that. You can't say that. Don't you know the spirit that is in you?" So the spirit of sending fire to consume your enemies, the spirit of vengeance, is not of God. He said the spirit that is in you is not to condemn men, it's not to destroy men, it's not of vengeance, but to save men and reconcile them unto God. You see, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. The spirit of the prophet is under the control of the prophet. In Luke chapter 23, verse 34, Jesus was nailed to the cross, and the people were making in between two thieves, and the people were making jest of him, spitting on him, doing all kinds of things to him, rebuking him, making mockery. He said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing." Jesus Christ. The spirit of forgiveness is the spirit of Christ. The spirit of unforgiveness is the spirit of the devil. After all, I was preaching in a Refined People's Assembly in Port Harcourt, and I was telling Daddy Ken he was celebrating his 45th birthday and 25 years anniversary. And I was telling him, in particular, and the congregation at large, that when Jacob met God, God changed his name from Jacob to Israel. Jacob is the selfish person, the personal interest person, the contentious person, the person who is ready to usurp and think of only himself. The Jacobic church thinks of only my congregation. It does not think about the generation he belongs to. The Jacobic church thinks of my congregation, my denomination. It does not think about the nations. You must grow as a man of God beyond your congregation and think about the generations you are in and the ones unborn. You must think about beyond your denomination and think about the nations. I told him that when Jacob was going towards Esau, he was still going with his trickery. He put the children of the servants in front, separated them with people like that, then put Benjamin and Joseph, the children of his beloved wife, at the back. He was ready to sacrifice the first set of people for his personal interest. But when he met Esau, and that's one of the statements in the Bible that frightens me, because sometimes the flesh in me will want to manifest like Jacob. Esau had forgiven Jacob, who took his birthright, who took his blessing, who he was angry against. He had forgiven him. And Jacob brought bribes, brought gifts, brought whatever. Esau said, keep your own. I have more than enough. Church folks, listen to me. Everything we have preached to you, you sow seed, you give tithes, you do this, you do that. Esau, that God despised, that God did not prefer, had more than enough. Had more than enough. In fact, his children were called dukes, even before the children of Jacob. And so most of what we preach to you, that it will make you get these earthly things, is not correct. How did the man cursed by God, Cain, how did Cain build a city? A man cursed by God built a city. You, with all your tithes and your offerings and your sacrifices, have you built a self-contained flat? A bed-sitter? There are mysteries of the kingdom beyond what we are preaching to you. Mysteries of the kingdom beyond what we are preaching to you. And you better be ready to learn. So if your spirit as a pastor, your spirit as a man of God, is not better than that of Esau, that forgave Jacob despite all he did to him, question your spirit, man of God. Question your spirit. The next thing was, one of the disciples of Christ, when they came to arrest Christ, he brought out his sword, cut off the ear of one of the servants, soldiers that came to arrest him. And Jesus said, put back your sword. Pastor, put back your sword. Put it back. Jesus said, if I have at my disposal 12 legions of angels. You don't understand the Bible. 1 legion is 6,000 soldiers. 12 legion is 72,000 angels. Only one angel can destroy the whole city. Only one angel can destroy a whole city. Not to talk of 72,000 angels. And so, Jesus was telling the disciple, put the arm of flesh away. Put the machinations of men away. I have the authority to call down 72,000 angels to consume these people. But I will not, so that the scriptures be fulfilled. Jesus cradled in a manger, gentle child of gentle mother, living as a homeless stranger, give us grace to persevere. I'm preaching to myself, not any person. You see, if you don't have the grace to persevere, you can't marry. You can't marry well. Because provocation will come. Annoyance will come. A wise man controls his temper. In 2 Corinthians chapter 5, let me quickly say something here. We are now using the instruments that the unbelievers use. A senator said that, or a senator or House of Representative man, I can make you disappear. I will make you disappear. In Nigeria, I will lock you up and nothing will happen. Man of God, we have become the judiciary who determines who is locked up. We have become the police. They are in our pockets. The DSS, they are in our pockets. The governor in our pockets. Man of God. God of man. This is the level our nation has degenerated to. Impunity, abuse of power, abuse of wealth, Abuse of authority. Not the Christ that was preached to us. Oh, how many things were said about Jesus? How many people did he call the thunder to deal with? Did he call angels to consume?